What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Potown Heroes, your source for all your budget Pokemon needs. I'm Rhyhorn Trainer Steven.
I'm Poke Scientist Sean.
And today we have definitely one of a funny deck for you guys. As if you guys remember my Raichu video, or our Raichu video, we actually end up going up against the Dugtrio, the Tangling Hair Dugtrio. And I kind of had an idea. I'm not sure how many people remember this, but back during like the Sun and Moon block, there was a deck type that was Sharpedo Dugtrio, which maximized your opponent's retreat cost and did more damage depending on it. I decided to dust off that little classic with some modifications, and I gotta tell you, it is. Here's the thing. You're not going to make day 2 at any tournament with this deck. I'm just going to throw that out there now. But if you were to do this at a League Cup or a League Challenge, you are definitely going to have a lot of fun and a lot of infuriated players. So without further ado, we'll just jump right into the list. And it is Sharpedo Dugtrio. So this is the Dugtrio that we saw that we were very interested in. It has 100 HP, which actually has more than the new one, which I'm actually kind of salty about.
Yes.
Because this has more survivability than the truly offensive one.
You know why it has that low of hit points, so it can be dealt with.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if it had 100 hit points, it'd be perfect.
Yeah, it'd be beautiful. But either way, 100 HP, Tangling Hair. Your opponent's active Pokemon's retreat cost is 1 more. It seems like a small number until you realize we're running a 4/4 line of it. So that's plus
Everything
4
has
to the
4 retreat costs.
At least plus 4 retreat cost. Pair it with quite possibly the most devastating partner, Sharpedo. First off, 110 HP Dark, rough skin. If this Pokemon is your active Pokemon and is damaged by an opponent's attack, you put 3 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. So even if you can't attack with it, you're still doing damage. Okay? But for a dark and a DCE, 60 damage plus 20 more damage for each cost in the active Pokemon's retreat cost. So with the 4 Dugtrio in this, that's 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20. That's 140 minimum. That just 140 minimum plus whatever their retreat cost already is. It's just a beast. So this deck is again just an absolute powerhouse. You can add so much more damage, and we also run a Rangaroo because we are going to be playing a lot of the cards repeatedly, and this just makes sure that we always have cards in hand to try to set up a second turn. So what else do we got? We also run a 1/1 Octillery. If you wanted to, which actually, you know what? I'm actually going to drop out the Rangaroo because we are running Octillery as well, and I'll actually put in another Field Blower because we need to win the Stadium War and we need to win. Oh, you know what?
We're in the third.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I said down. Okay, so let's actually up
Guzma.
Yeah, let's up Guzma by 1 more. Okay, so we run a 3/3 line of Sharpedo. We run a 4/4 line of the Sun and Moon Dugtrio, the older one, not the new one. That's really, really good. We run a 1/1 Octillery line for the Abyssal Hand ability. We run 2 Energy Lotto because of the fact we are dealing with DCE, because we need to get the cost on the Sharpedo out like as soon as possible. We run 2 Field Blower. You could up this to 3. That way you can deal with any float stones, skateboards, stadiums, anything that would reduce their retreat cost. You can just get rid of it like outright. We run 3 nest balls so that we can set up the Dugtrio or the Diglets and the Carvana out as soon as possible. We run 3 Pal Pads so we can ensure that we always have whatever supporter we need at the time, whether it's Guzma, Sycamore, Cynthia, things like that. We run 3 Rescue Stretcher so that we can get up the Dugtrio if they get knocked out. We can pull back a Sharpedo if we need it, or the Diglets and things like that. Because again, we want a board where Sharpedo is active and at minimum 3 Dugtrio. You would want all 4, but at least 3 is absolutely necessary. We run 3 Ultra Ball because again, we're trying to get Dugtrios and Sharpedos out as soon as possible. We run 2 Mount Linicala because the retreat cost of each basic Pokemon in play is 1 more. So against a basic Pokemon with a full bench of Dugtrios, that's 5 retreat costs, so that's 160 on top of whatever their retreat cost already was. Against a Buzzwole, that would do 170.
Buzzwole has 2 retreat. That's 1-shots.
That's a 1-shot on a. But yeah,
you're swinging for 200 against a Buzzwole.
Yeah, so you're
I'm a little shark.
So yeah, this definitely will do. This will knock out a Lele. This will knock out like all that kind of stuff. We run 2 Bridget. Again, we're trying to get set up as soon as possible. We run 4 Cynthia, including the full art Cynthia you guys helped us with. Again, thank you so much for hand refresh, obviously. We run 3 Guzma. This is so we can pull out our targets and hit for the maximum possible damage, especially against GXs. We run 3 Sycamore because we're trying to do this as fast as possible. We run 3 Choice Band just so, because of the fact we're already hitting for 60 plus whatever, this just gives an additional plus 30, so we're hitting GXs for a minimum of 90 plus their retreat cost, which really isn't a bad thing. We run 4 DCE because of the DCE cost on Sharpedo, and we run 7 Dark Energy. Again, this deck can get either become super fast or just really stall out your opponent. It forces them to make switches. It forces them to make Guzmas.
Wait, who runs switches anymore? They can't run that Floatstone.
It gets.
Oh wait.
It deals with.
You know what deals with Floatstone?
What deals with Floatstone?
What's coming on the next set that really
The Lysander's Lab, yes.
We're arguing whether to put Lysander's Lab instead of Mount Linicala because you shut off the tools, which now they only have abilities to cause free retreat.
So it comes down to. I think at that point it comes down to the micro metas. If you're Blissapod, but yeah, if you are going up against more decks that have a lot of tool cards attached to them, holy crap! Yes, we will go first. But if your meta has, or if your league runs a lot more tool cards and not so many like switches and retreats and stuff like that, then I would highly suggest Lysander's Lab once it comes out. If you're actually dealing with the opposite issue where it's just Pokemon that give free retreat or anything else like that, then definitely the Milicata. But it just comes down to whatever is more prevalent in your guys' league. In our meta, it's definitely very tool heavy.
We play a little bit. There's a little bit of everything here. We didn't do too bad. We could have done worse. We could have had a worse start.
We could have had a worse start, but we at least got 1 Dugtrio. We got the Bridget,
and we got at least 2 more Diglets plus a Shark out. So.
Yep. So
other plus about the Shark, they have free retreat.
So we will turn 1 Bridget.
Well, you know how much free retreat
to grab a Carvana, a Diglett.
We priced 2 Diglets.
Oh, 2 Diglets are priced. Okay, and then
Fine.
Carvana.
Carvanas. Because he almost had free retreat.
We will energy on the Carvana, because again, we need to get that going ASAP. And we'll just end the turn.
Because we can't Spelunk.
Nope.
Well, they didn't have too good of a start either, did they?
Not by the looks of it.
They started with the Trubbish, which isn't, from what I hear, isn't exactly the best start.
It really isn't the best start, but of course we don't have a good start either because of the fact we've got the evolve. We've got any tools they can play. So yeah, we get rid of the floatstone. But then that's all we got. Because all we have in the discard's a Bridget. So we have to top deck something. So top deck. Top deck dark. Okay, we can deal with top deck dark. So we will evolve.
If anything else, we can always just control the top deck a little bit. So
Yep.
that's why I run this Diglett, not the other one, because the other one hits hard, can potentially hit harder, but this one just has better stacking the deck legally type of stuff. Cynthia.
Yes. Cynthia DC.
Cynthia.
Yeah. There's a part of me that wanted to do the DCE first or the Carvana setup, but then we wouldn't have anything. We would have to wait one turn.
It produces itself a target, so if they drop the Coco, it becomes a target.
Exactly. Now, Trashalanche or Garbotoxin? Garbotoxin. Uh-oh.
Garbotoxin. That's fine. Oh, sort of. It already has a high retreat cost.
Yeah, it already has a high retreat cost, but even then, if
Yeah,
it
float
attaches,
stone.
yeah, if it floats stones, then they don't have they don't have retreat. So
No, but Gliscod does.
here's the hoping. Come on, come on, come on.
Fine.
Mount
Mewtwo
Liticala.
Mewtwo can have a 4 retreat cost. We don't need a second Mount Liticala at this time.
We don't need a Milicala, and we don't need a Guzma.
I mean, we could, but we can't play it right now, so.
We will.
Oh, no.
Do we want to go?
Sharpedo. Do you know why not artillery? It's been shut off.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So Sharpedos are only Pokemon that can.
Sharpedo.
And they control the top deck. Worst case scenario, we had to go search our other field board. Oh, Palpad first.
No, Dark Energy. So we can at least start.
And then Palpad second. Said
Ah.
Palpad. And do not use Ultra Ball because you don't want to mess up the stack much.
No.
We want to try to get access to that Palpad. Unless they end the field. Cheaters.
I knew we should have waited because of that toxin.
You already blew it off. Blew off the first one.
Yep.
You have 2 other blowers, so.
Yeah. This is the reason we run Field Blower. Is specifically.
Well, he probably is running a mix, but he's not. He didn't lead with the Gliscod we thought he was going to.
So he's gonna retreat the Garbodor, bring in the
He still
Gliscopod.
can't one-shot it. Oh, he's going for stalling too.
Now, what do we knock out?
So the other Garb is already a one-shot. And Sharpedo has a free retreat. Oh, actually it should have a free retreat. Why is it not having a free retreat? Mount Liticala only affects basics. What's affecting?
I don't know. Oh wait, no. Wait. But abilities are turned off.
Oh, that's why abilities are turned off, and the other ones are affected by Mount Liticala.
Oh, yeah.
Dugtrios would be, and Sharpedos would be Garbotoxins. He's not much of a threat to us with Choice Band, so Mewtwo is actually more of a threat than the rest of them.
Yeah, but right now that Garbotoxin's like really putting a wrench in my plans.
That Gliscobot has a what's its retreat? 2? You're hitting it for 100.
You know what?
And its ability to shut off.
I'm gonna do something. I know you wanted me to do the Palpad, but I'll get rid of those to grab the Octillery.
We can't use Octillery.
Dang it!
Get the other Sharpedo then.
Yeah, grab a Sharpedo.
That's why I was trying to get the Palpad because it gets Cynthia and the deck shuffle. And Silver not much in top deck.
So that's 2.
We're getting 100 out of it at least.
Yep.
And because he shut off his own ability.
And of course, the first thing we go up against is Glissogarb.
Oh, at least
But even then, it's holding its own against Glissagarb, so...
Well, he's energy screwed. He's probably running the same energy count as the deck. At least it's an interesting little variation.
It is. Like, I commend this guy. You know what? You have a good deck.
Hope we don't even see any of those trash cards, though. They're like Lele and...
Yeah.
No, they're not trash. They're just...
How much? Now, what's his retreat? 2, so 60.
3. 120. Because it's not shutting off the stadium. Otherwise, it would have been a one-shot.
Short by 1.
Because it shot it off.
Yeah.
I think next time we get a Guzma, we need to get rid of that. Oh, and a field blower. Need
Yeah.
Guzma and a field blower. We should still have access to 1 Guzma. I guess put it on Dugtrio.
No. I'm just...
Because Dugtrio can't snipe out for 50 at a time.
It can, but we don't want to lose the DCE.
No.
Because we're already down 1.
And we got another Sharpedo to go. So.
Actually, yeah, we're down 1, and we already got 1 attached. So right now we just...
Wimpod. Okay. There.
No.
Something kind of wishes we would have had the Weavile too, so we could have snipe out the one. Oh, might as well evolve it.
That's, yeah. The second we can knock out that Garbodor, I'm doing it. Either knocking out the Garbodor, knocking out that Skylo would be really good right now. Order Pad would be really good right about now.
He has 170, so we had to make sure we get past that part too.
See, this is why we're thinking Lysander's Lab. Because if we...
Because Garb, because everybody runs Floatstone, and soon to be Escape Board.
Yep.
You don't worry about any reduction.
So either you do the stadium...
Guzman and Cynthia.
He definitely hates zombies.
Oh.
No, not you, Bridget. No, not you, Bridget. Go away.
So yeah, we're thinking this the Lysander's Lab specifically for this situation. You at least make sure
We don't need DC.
Oh yeah, we need Dark.
Let's get the knockout.
Which actually makes me wonder, is it
It's self.
okay, so it just needs to have a tool attached. It doesn't have to work, it just needs to be attached.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which now, if you turn off the Floatstone, guess what happens?
It doesn't have free retreat, but there's still
So
technically a tool attached to it.
So now you can do the one shot on it versus you're hitting it for 60. Otherwise, not because without that Floatstone, you're hitting it even harder. And then we got another Diglett. Oh, he just wishes we never knock out that Garbodor.
Oh no,
Yes.
you're gonna end.
And
Or an Illima, he got heads, I got tails. However you want to look at it.
he didn't play it? Oh, Skyla. Of course. Well, let's get the 120. You take advantage that we can only two-shot everything.
He knows.
Without our abilities.
I think he knows that without the.
As soon as we get a Guzma, it's over. Well, Guzma and a field board. Or a way to get rid of that tool.
Your touch can channel the touch of death.
Oh, we got Cynthia.
We got Cynthia.
Wimpod? Or are you going to do 3?
Target must make a Constitution saving throw or take 2d10 necrotic damage per
He's doing 3.
key point spent on a failed save. Or half.
Wimpod, Glissapod, and by the other Garb. See that? Were that the 3? We need to get rid of that.
We need to get rid of his tools. Hopefully, we can top deck a blower with Cynthia. I have 2. There's 3 in this deck.
Yes, 3. Because you couldn't put 4.
We've only played 1.
Because you couldn't play 4.
Because we could have played 4.
Because we only have 3. We don't need energy lock at this time.
Nope. Right now. Come on. you know what? Aqua Impact. Let's at least continue this 2-shot.
Field Bore. Now listen to you. At least the deck knows we need something.
Yes, at least the deck is like, hey, I can't give you the exact card you need, but here's a card to gamble your way.
And 2. Oh, we can probably pad the other Ace Cynthia and Guzma away too.
Yeah. But either way, even if he knocks out the Sharpedo right now with the Gliscopod, we have a second one on the bench ready to go.
There's the Enhance Hammer. That's why you have the DCs. Is he playing it? Okay, good.
Okay. Oh no.
Let's attach Dark Energy this time.
Now, normally, if we did have if we had played it, then we would be a little more nervous, but I think right now we're good. Except, let's let them think that we're digging for it. I mean, we don't need it, but who knows?
Let's see if Guzma's even in there, so if there's a reason to use a Pal Pad. Or not just save it for later. Yep, there's a Guzma. But
and we run 3?
Yeah. And there's technically at least one in the deck that we know of.
Yep.
The one we got rid of earlier.
Let's make them think
We
we're
got
like
the one shot. Why is he giving it that? That's that.
Let's make them think we're struggling. Like, oh no.
Good of cards. You cannot nest ball.
There's no reason to nest ball.
Something tells me almost to play Sycamore instead.
I know, there was a part of me that wanted to do it, but I'm pretty sure
Oh, let's get the Dugtrio and Octillery out of the way. And got another DCE. In case he gets hammer friendly again.
Hey, cool.
Let's go for the one shot.
Let's go for the one shot. I want my last knockout to be that Garbodor. My last knockout will be that Garbodor.
Oh, that wasn't Field Blower. We want that to be Field Blower because we could do it.
We've got 23 cards. He scooped.
He didn't let us. Oh. At least it was an interesting deck. It wasn't what we thought it was going to be.
It was a very interesting
It was
deck.
baby Gliscopod, not big Gliscopod.
But I'm actually surprised it held up as well as it did. Consider the fact
it shut off our abilities the entire game.
Yeah, it pretty much shut down our deck, but we were still able to turn it around.
Interesting.
Because we didn't add retreat cost, we still hit their retreat cost.
Yes.
Because it still does 60 plus whatever the retreat cost is. We just didn't add the plus 2, 3.
Yeah, we need to see what happens after rotation. Because see whether he gets... Because after rotation, we get basically 2 ability locks left. And they really aren't hurting us.
Yeah, not really.
Buck and Glaceon, and they're not doing anything. And actually, we need to. We can use Dugtrio to hit Glaceons.
We had a bad start, but they scooped.
They must have had a bad start, too. I know people that just scoop because they didn't have that immaculate start.
Mm-hmm.
That's a...
But yeah, we here on Potown Heroes, we played to the end, even if we know we're going to lose.
We make them earn all 6 prizes.
Yep.
Because most of our decks don't run GXs. It's rare for you to see them.
Nope, they're earning their victories. Even if we lose, they're earning their
How much
victories.
you want to bet that's another Garchomp? And it's not running
Fighting Dragon.
And it's not running Vulpix. And it's not running the Spirit Tomb either.
Hey, they're going first.
Congrats. I don't know why you would. Actually, Garchomp's one of those decks you could probably go second with.
Ooh. It's
Right.
iffy.
Well, we can turn 2. We can actually get Abysmal Hand to work.
Yeah, this is really iffy right now. I think it comes down to I think it's gonna come down to the top deck.
Well, we got to control a little bit of the top deck.
What does that not through, dude? Oh. Discard. Against that Garbodor.
active Pokemon.
Garbodor was active quite a few times.
Guzma, nah.
Okay.
Hey, of course we see it afterwards, right?
Of course.
Well, let's evolve. Let's evolve Octillery. Let's put the choice. Wait, we're going second.
Yep.
Not through, just in case. Just in case there's a tool we forgot. We are screwed if we are kind of screwed if they get rare candy, but or that. Maybe they're looking for the Garchomp.
Garchomp Lucario.
They have a candy in hand. Do they have DC?
So it makes me wonder if they're just running like a straight. Yep. Did they play a Cynthia this? Wait, no.
No, they need to play DC and a Cynthia. If anything else, they could just play Devour Field, play an Energy, and they could still take out Caravana.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
I had somebody. 60 damage is one of those magic numbers.
It's a free retreater?
Yeah.
Well, there's Carvana gone.
And we have a lone Octillery to save the game.
Yeah, no. We have a load Octillery to die. Unless it pulls out another Carvana and a couple Dugtrios.
Or Bridget.
Or Bridget, or something we could use.
Top deck Bridget so we can actually use Abysmal Hand for its intended purpose.
Come on, come on, come on. Nope.
Well, we can mill the deck. We don't need the Sharpedo right now. We can. What?
Yeah, I see where you're going with this.
We don't need it right now. We have the rescue stretchers for that reason.
Palpad Sharpedo.
And we're down to 1. Do you want to get
Carvana?
Carvana or do you want to get the Dugtrio started?
Let's get Dugtrio started, or Diglett started.
And Abysmal Hand for 4.
Abyssal Hand for 4.
Oh, Bridget. Look at that. 2 more Diglets and a Caravana.
2 Diglets and
It's like,
a Carvana.
it's like the game heard me. And we can Guzma any Riolu they decide to play.
Yep. We'll just end the turn.
He's gonna. I hope he plays the Pokemon so we can stall a little bit.
Hopefully.
No, I think he's just playing the 2. I don't think he's playing anything else. The only other thing I could see him playing would be Lycanroc, but because it covers the fighting type.
Yeah, Lycanroc or the GX, the Lucario GX.
I've been saying this a lot around our community, but this Garchomp can't really run Guzma. Let's what it lose out on 100 damage hit. Lose out on 100 damage.
Yeah, it pretty much is just.
I mean, the fighting one when it happens could use Guzma because it has weaknesses it can pick off.
Mm-hmm.
This one does not. It has a hit for the raw power.
Yeah, because even if you don't play, if it were the fighting one, best possible start with a strong energy in DCE, not fighting stadium, Diancie and all that. Yeah, you can guarantee knockouts without
Guzma,
needing.
You're hitting Zorg, you're hitting Silvally, you're hitting electric weaknesses. And with this, you had to go for raw power.
Yeah.
You have to aim for the one shot. I mean, it's up to 240. He can clear it.
Although with
Consistently.
Dragonstorm being a thing, it is quite
it will
possible.
be possible for him to hit even harder.
Yep.
And you have to actually hit him for one shot. Would you think of a deck that doesn't need to be running skateboard? Because you can actually play the new Flagon, which blocks the paralysis and sleep, unless it's from abilities, which very few actually do it from abilities.
Yeah. Let's Palpad, shuffle the Bridget back, just so we can Abyssal Hand for 3,
I was like,
and hopefully get some energy.
I think Guzma. Actually, no, we can't use Guzma. Sucks. Hey, now we got the Field Blower.
Now we got a Field
Garchomp
Blower.
now has a 3 retreat cost.
Now we just need.
Garchomp now has a 3 retreat cost.
Yes. Let's
I
go.
would have done the dark energy, so it still makes it a target, but it's not.
Yeah, even
Get the
then,
other one.
Carvana.
If anything else, we get one that could babysit or take the hit.
And we'll just end the turn.
And of course, he doesn't want to hit the artillery because it just opens up the game.
Yep.
So I wonder what he's
Although
looking for.
he's probably looking for Riolu's
Riolus or yeah,
because he can't get he doesn't have the Cynthia right now.
and he's shuffling them away.
Yep.
So I wonder what. Did you see what he grabbed with Ultra Ball?
I actually did not.
I mean, he could have failed the search, but I'm pretty sure he grabbed something. Garchomp and Lucario share a special bond. They work together very well.
That they do.
Without one, the deck is fairly slow.
So now our turn. We will
Really, deck.
energy on Carvana. Let's top deck a.
And we can't Guzma, so we had to use the DC as a retreat. Cynthia. Hope we get to another DC, so at least we can retreat.
Just honestly, just need a.
I'm pretty sure he. Grab any DCs you find in the top. Or that works.
You should just see things.
Get that out of there.
It'd be much simpler if you saw things our way. Do it my way.
Oh, we have a Sharpedo in there.
Yes, we do. Although,
Next turn.
Although I'm gonna wait a sec. I'm literally going to wait until either A, he knocks out the artillery, or B, we get the whatever necessary to retreat, which it's just the opponent's active, right?
Yeah.
Yes, opponent's active.
We just need a DCE. We can retreat, and then we get us evolve.
Yep.
Good thing I did put it in there.
Yes. So now all we need to do. Right now we have the Sharpedo. We have 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20.
Yeah, he gave it to us.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for a DCE to retreat.
Yeah, and honestly, I honestly don't think we really need to show it off too much more. I mean, that's pretty much what the deck does, is you just load up all the energy, or you load up Dugtrios as much as you can. You get the mill call out, and then you just keep attacking with Sharpedo.
Yeah.
Field blower to deal with any potential threats that you see. This definitely is like a fun deck to play for like a league challenge or a league cup, something where you don't want to bring something totally serious.
Break some hearts and.
Yeah, I mean, this deck really is kind of fun, and it's just a reskin of a classic deck, because didn't people already do this, but except they were running the.
Isaac.
Yes, I know your brother ran it, but also I know for a fact the Team Aqua was Team Aqua was a thing, which added 2 to retreat cost, or was it 1?
It was Team Aqua's muck. It added retreat cost to anything that wasn't Team Aqua.
Right, and then there was
which
this.
outside of Team Aqua decks.
I thought the stadium added 2, 1 or 2.
The Team Aqua's, I think it was 1 or 2.
But yeah,
That wasn't Team Aqua, so.
But either way, this is just a fun take on a classic deck. It's really fun, really consistent, especially with all the new supporter stuff now. You could throw in Lele's, O'Rourke, all that kind of things just to speed things up, but as you just saw, it's not 100% necessary. I think the only thing we could say is necessary are field blowers.
Yes.
Especially if you can draw them better. But
Lysander's Lab, wherever Garb's, when it comes out and wherever Garb is active.
Which you know what?
Toxin.
Which you know what? I actually wanted to kick it down to you guys. Which stadium would you prefer? The Mount Milicana or the Lysander's Lab? Let us know down in the comments down below. And while you're down there, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Become a Po-Town hero yourself. Hit us up on PTCGO. We are Po_Town_heroes. And also be sure to hit us up on Facebook, facebook.com/PoTownHeroes. As always, may all your games go well, and may the top deck be in your favor. Till next time.